So tonight, Andrew and I have the honor of presenting the Partners for Life Award to Susan and Ed Blumenfeld in recognition of their significant leadership and generosity, as well as their sincere dedication to Gift of Life's life-saving mission. The Blumenfelds became involved in 2006 when a friend's son was diagnosed with blood cancer. They immediately understood the importance of the Gift of Life's mission, realizing that the organization and its registry of donors could give their friend a second chance at life. In 2008, Ed joined Gift of Life's board of directors and was elected to the Gift of Life Biologics Board in 2021, which I have the honor of working on with him.
Together, Susan and Ed have sought to improve the quality of life within their community by bringing their energy, insight, and personal commitment to a broad range of charitable efforts. They believe that it's their personal obligation to give back by taking active roles in touching the lives of countless families. Please turn your attention to the screens to learn more about their incredible impact.
In 1992, my friend and I, there was an ad in the paper, could we help this kid? They needed a bone marrow transplant. Recently, I was talking to Jay, and he said to me, that was for me, which blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. He knew everything about it. After that, we got involved with Gift of Life because one of our friends' kids was sick. I felt that if I could save someone's life, it would be a miracle. I'm gonna cry. I still feel that way.
I had already been involved with Gift of Life and on the board. In the very beginning, we had less than 10,000 people in the registry. It has evolved, so we now have a registry in excess of 400,000 people. We also have done over 5,000 transplants since I joined. We're going to get to millions of people in the registry, and we're going to grow it and grow it and grow it. That's been the growth of Gift of Life. It's worldwide.
I was in a race car in Las Vegas, and I got out of the race car and I was black and blue, head to toe, from the vibration of the race car. And then I'm riding with a friend of mine, bike riding, and I get to the top of the hill and I can't breathe. After riding, I called one of my closest friends, who's my doctor, and I said, hey Adam, I must have bronchitis. I got to the top of the hill, I can't breathe. He does blood tests. The next morning he calls and he said, you're sick. He hands me a card for an oncologist at Weill Cornell. And he said, go there, I'm gonna meet you there. You get out, you get on the elevator, and the door opens, and everybody's bald, in a gown, with an IV drip, and you're in the cancer patient waiting area. And then it was like, holy shit, like this is real.
David called me up one night and said to me, I was diagnosed with leukemia. He was 43. I fell to the floor, and I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind.
When we found out David was sick in 2007, I had already been involved with Gift of Life and on the board. We spoke to Jay, we spoke to LLS.
I have two sons, David and Brad. The first thing they asked was, could they test Brad to see if he was a match?
He's my older brother. And I was just hoping and praying that I was going to be a match.
And he was not a match.
It was just sort of a helpless feeling for all of us, because it wasn't just him that was sick. We were all in this together.
It was absolutely devastating for all of us. But true to Susan and Eddie's personality, they immediately rallied. What can we do? How can we help? Who do we know? What phone calls can we make? They had these relationships with blood cancer charities before David was ever affected. So that was, to me, just kismet.
the US FDA has given the green signal for the launch of generic copies of Gleevec.
They gave us the name of a doctor that we should see. I called Dr. Druka in Oregon, and we all flew out there. He had just got approved with a drug called Gleevec, which prior to that was not available to anybody that came down with CML, which is what David had.
Prior to the introduction of medications like Gleevec, we would have a conversation with patients and their family that their life expectancy was 3 to 5 years, and unless they underwent a bone marrow transplant, there was no cure. David's here alive and well 17 years after diagnosis with no traces of his leukemia due to the medications we've developed. Patients diagnosed with acute leukemia today, we still use stem cell transplant as the most effective treatment available. I want to thank Gift of Life, and particularly the emphasis on ethnic minorities. Gift of Life has changed those odds, and please keep up the great work that you're doing.
I would have walked through fire and hell when David got sick. Thank God my son's doing well on the medications and the doctors that are taking care of him. And we're now here in 2024, and David is healthy with a 2-year-old child. It's our first granddaughter.
Mind-boggling to see how many lives Gift of Life saves. Realize if I wasn't lucky, I would have been lucky to have Gift of Life.
It's an incredible experience. The Gift of Life, it's so impactful. It makes you want to get involved. It makes you want to be a part of it.
Ed and Susan have done such remarkable work, and I'm so pleased to see that they've chosen Gift of Life as a place to devote their energy and enthusiasm. And so I'm just so grateful that they're being honored for this, for all the impact that they've had on this organization.
And very proud of my parents. They deserve to be honored because they do so much for other people.
Yes.
It rubs off from both of them in a big way.
Blumenfeld means field of flowers, so he feels compelled to do everything that he can for life.
To grow.
No matter what they're doing, they're always bragging about how great this charity is doing, how many matches Gift of Life has found this year, and how many swabs and how many lives they've saved.
Partners for Life is appropriate because they have been a partner for life with Gift of Life and with each other.
They're just wonderful, charitable people, and they lead by example.
Everything that they do is really inspiring. I appreciate them. I love them so much.
Everything that they do is a good example, and they lead by example for the family.
They spend their time helping others. They're true inspirations. They're two of the most amazing and wonderful people I know.
Congratulations, Grandpa and Granny. I love you.
Hey. Well, that was an amazing opener to the evening, and please join us in congratulating Susan and Edward Blumenfeld, the 2024 recipients of the Partner of Life Award.
I'm going to make this very short. They said enough. Before Gift of Life existed, we were asked to be tested for somebody. It was years ago, and we found out that person was no other than Jay Feinberg. And our match didn't match his, but he did get a match, and you know how far he has come and what he has done for this organization.
We have a tight schedule, a lot of things to go on, but I'm going to cut this short. My wife prepared an encyclopedia for me. Jerry, thank you. That film pretty much said everything I wanted to say. However, we can't think of anything more rewarding than being able to save a life. Saving one life, as was said by Jay before, is like you and save the entire world. We want to thank our family, our friends, for their support emotionally and financially. As some of you have learned over the time, it's very expensive to be a friend of Susan and Eddie. In spite of that, it's incredibly gratifying to be part of Gift of Life and its journey, growing from 20 transplants when I first got involved to this year of approximately and over 500 per year. And the most incredible part is we have a registry approaching 500,000 people worldwide. The truth is, Susan and I stand here in place of the true people who should be honored. The doctors, the researchers, the technicians, and the entire staff of Gift of Life.
These are the miracle workers who seek to cure blood cancers. And to all of you who made this evening a huge night and one huge success, I want to thank you all.
Thank you all.
I'm so proud to be part of this. Thank you.